Hey guys, my name is Yashas and I'm the Adhikari of Project Unscroll. So, what is the agenda today? Today is also Unfiltered Talks episode number 2. So, what are we aiming and why am I here and why do you need to watch me right now? I am a first year medical student who's aiming to help people regain their focus in this distracted world today and achieve their dreams and purpose and live a life that is free of distractions and it is a quality one. So that is exactly why I think you should watch this video. So what is the role and the relationship of phones, and what is the relationship of phones on our subtle body, and how does it affect our mind, attention span, focus, etc. So we'll be breaking this all of this down in today's video, right? So let's get straight into it. Firstly, we'll be talking about how it affects your physical body, right? Physical component of this includes your brain and body. We'll go ahead with brain first. When you scroll, usually there is a baseline of dopamine that is supposed to be maintained in your system. By the way, the dopamine serotonin system has evolved over millions of years. And how long has mobile been around for? Less than 100 years. So how does this affect our circuitry in our brain? Each time you scroll or you watch porn or you get instant gratification of any sort that is not natural, that cannot be obtained naturally in ways of human pursuit, right? Every time this happens, there is a huge spike in dopamine over the baseline. What happens with spikes usually, as we all know, there is a crash. Here's what's bad. The crash is what is bad for your health. When you crash, you crave for double the amount of dopamine that was previously there in your system. It's a circuitry that triggers you to watch and consume more and more of the content you're watching. Also, there is something called as adaptation. So imagine this, you get 100 points of dopamine released each time you scroll for 5 reels. Next time, to have the same 100 points of dopamine, you need to scroll for 10 reels. You see the disparity here? And this is really fucking up our brain, right? So that's about the brain. And I'll tell you about the body, how it's affecting our body. So coming back to the body part, how does scrolling and watching and consuming excess amount of electronic media affects our physical health? First of all, an iPhone, for example, if you have an iPhone carrying it around your pocket 24/7 or whenever you're at work, one, it acts as a hormone disruptor. It reduces the testosterone being produced and the estrogen being produced in females, testosterone in males, right? That's one of it. Second is, you know about EMF waves. This is a powerhouse of EMF waves that is connected to the routers and the nearby tower system. You may have noticed that after the EMF waves have come, a lot of flora and fauna have been wiped off of the earth. Species that were so rich in India are now only have come down to pigeons, crows, and a few parrots that you see flying around in Bangalore at least, and India. What is the main cause of this? That's EMF waves. If you can imagine that species are dying out because of this, and you're having the most powerful EMF generator right in your pocket, you can imagine the damages that it does to your body. That's one thing. Let's come to the spiritual aspect of this, because we are not beings of just physicality. We are spiritual beings as well on this nature, right? So these EMF waves, I have seen this myself, your receptivity of certain waves and achieving theta, delta, alpha brain waves, those are the superior waves of meditation and realization and connectivity to superior species such as the divine, drastically reduces when there is EMF radiation near you. So this is why if you're ever meditating or if you're doing any spiritual practice, it is mandatory without any doubt, put your phone on aeroplane mode, turn off the Wi-Fi routers near you and sit in a good ventilated area in your house for meditation. Since I've told you the problem of phone, let me give you a few solutions to this as well. One is resetting your dopamine system. How do you reset your dopamine system? It's actually not that complicated, but it can be challenging. It's simple yet challenging for a few people. One common practice that you can do is called as grounding meditation. Wake up every day morning at 6 a.m. and mind you, if you're a scroller, it is crucial for you to change your nocturnal patterns to become a morning person. Do you think if you give me some crap about, hey bro, there are morning type people, night owls and midday morning fuckers, whatever, it doesn't matter, bro. Literally, do you think your ancestors were night owls who lived here for millions of years before you? No, that's extremely dumb. They would probably be eaten by a wolf or something if they were awake and hunting, going around the forests. So wake up at 6 every day, meditate. What meditation? Grounding meditation. Search this up on YouTube. There are probably better and more qualified people who talk about this topic better than me. So I'll give you an example. Put down a meditation mat or any rug, blanket or bed sheet on the floor. Seat yourself in Siddhasana or cross-legged posture or anything that works for you, and just breathe and make sure you're connecting to Bhumi Devi or Mother Earth, because she is the reservoir of energy and she is whom we are all sustaining upon, right? Be sure to relax your body and mind and allow yourself to be grounded by the earth. This is one thing that helps you, really maximally helps you to regain your focus and attention throughout the day. That's about your attention span. When we come to reel scrolling, this is what you can do. Whenever you get this strong urge at night or during work or whenever you're studying to scroll, do this immediately. You open Instagram, you're at that fight or flight state that you have to scroll no matter what. Close your phone, turn it off, keep it aside, take a deep breath. It's that simple. Once you take a deep breath, you stop that instant craving for dopamine and it sets you back to baseline. And this is really how you can break this cycle of doom scrolling and becoming a better person. Also, that concludes our today's Gyan session of Unfiltered episodes number 2 of Project Unscroll. If you are somebody who wants to escape the digital distractions in the modern world and want to become a warrior and a person who is a creator and who wants to be focused in life, a person who strives and excels in business, in studies, academia, professionalism and spirituality, I'm building a tribe of people called the Focushood, where we are all locked in and set on our goals. Every person in there is determined to be real and live a real life, and to be connected to nature, and to achieve their goals and be worthy of their purpose of why they have been born in this plane. If that is something you're interested to be a part with, check out my YouTube page. There's a link there that'll lead you to me. I'll check if you're eligible and we'll get you in, and it's free, by the way. Peace out. See you in the next unfiltered videos.